Good afternoon. I want to say thank you all for being here. What a great way to start our afternoon. Let's have a big round of applause for the Lang Middle School Mariachi. Thank you so much for that entertainment. We really appreciate it. Now, I'd like to also mention that their director, Beth Poquette Drews, was also a finalist for the Dallas ISD Teacher of the Year Award. So wonderful, wonderful work there, as we can see the talent of those students. I'm honored today to be the MC for today because as a parent and as a member of Dallas ISD, I know what a difference volunteers can make in the lives of our students, and I know it's not easy work. You have other jobs elsewhere. This is not the only thing you do. So for everything that you do for us, for our students, for our staff and our teachers, thank you. We can't say that enough. It makes all the difference in the world. We know the hard work and the commitment that is involved in volunteering for children, and we know that you do it because it comes from the heart. And that's why today we want to honor your commitment to the children of Dallas and to thank you and the almost 29,000 volunteers who contributed to making this 2012-2013 a very successful school year. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our Board of Trustees First Vice President, Dr. Lou Blackburn.
Good morning. Okay, but listen, on behalf of the Dallas ISD Board of Trustees, I want to thank you for everything that you do for our boys and girls in our schools. As you know, without volunteers, there's not a whole lot that we can get done. I've always said that Dallas Independent School District is always dependent on others. While it may be dependent on people from the city or from the county or from the state, we are more dependent on people who come into our schools working directly with our boys and girls. Because see, when we're not doing anything with our boys and girls, we don't really know what's going on. We really don't know what's affecting them. But when our children see adults coming into the schools volunteering to help out, whether you're tutoring or mentoring or helping to put together a garden or some sprucing up, if you will, whatever it may be, if they see that adults are coming from outside of the school, from various parts of the communities, from churches, from other organizations to help out, they feel that somebody cares besides their teacher, besides their principal. So I want to thank you once again for coming in and helping our boys and girls see that there are people who think that it's very important and essentially important to come and work with our students directly. You guys do so much. It's really kind of hard to kind of go down the list and tell you how many ways and how grateful we are for what you do. Hopefully, when you interact with our students, they share their admiration of what you're doing. Hopefully, you can see in their eyes that they appreciate seeing you. Hopefully, when you walk in the building or walk in the classroom, they can see a spark in you, and then all of a sudden they spark up. So thank you for being here. Now, what I want you to do, your homework assignment, if everyone paying attention, volunteers, your homework assignment is to bring one additional person next year besides yourself. Okay, wake up. How many people are you going to bring next year with you? Okay, wake up now. How many additional people are you going to bring with you next year? Okay, some of you are just going to bring one like I asked you, but others are going to bring two. You want to be the bluebirds and the yellowbirds and everything else. So bring us some extra people with you next year to help volunteer at our schools, and I'm sure that we're going to do even more so next year. I understand that am I correct that the Carter Cowboys, you ready? The soloists. Okay. Well, we have an impressive young lady from the David W. Carter High School Choir. Thank you.
never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face too, that no one knows the name. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it right here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Didn't you know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly, you help me to fly. You help me to fly. You help me to fly. Thank you.
Excuse me, could you come back, honey? Excuse me, come back. Now, I can't let you walk off without finding out your name, a little bit more about you. That was beautiful. Okay, tell me your name.
My name is Jasmine Washington.
And what grade are you in?
Actually, I just graduated Saturday.
Okay, well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And good luck. Thank you so much. That was lovely. That's what it's all about. She was wonderful. Well, the DAISD, as you know, has such wonderfully talented students, and I'm always amazed at the professionalism and the poise with which they perform. That's just outstanding. She represents the best of Dallas. Now I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Mike Miles, who is also so proud, I know, of all of our students. We talk about this on a daily basis and what we can do to further our opportunities for students, just like the one we just witnessed. Smile.
Wow, that was great. That song and the singer, that's worth the price of admission today. There's a story about an African clan or tribe where their regular greeting on a day-to-day basis was, "How are the children?" And the answer usually is, "All the children are well." And that strikes me as some sort of greeting it would be great to have in our society, because it focuses on the fact that all of us are responsible for the children, and that if the children are well, then the society is well. No matter what else is going on, if the children are well, the society is well. And when I look at this number of outstanding volunteers, I think that there is some hope, because this is a group of people who do believe just that. Otherwise, you would not be here. If the children are well, then we, the district, are well. The other thing that it emphasizes is this notion of collective impact. We know, and I've said over and over again, you have to have an effective teacher in every classroom. You have to have an effective principal in every school. Those are important things that we're working on, and I think if you've been in education a while, most of you would agree with me. The research is pretty clear about that. But the research is clear about another thing too, and that is our kids are challenged by more than just what's happening in the classroom and in the school. And we have to have this thing called collective impact. We have to also take care of those other things, whether it's an adult mentor, whether it's an after-school activity for our latchkey kids, whether it's providing a snack because a child may not get another meal until breakfast, whether it's taking care in tutoring, whether it's just taking the time to be a counselor, to organize volleyball or some other sports activity. All of these represents volunteers, but all of it represents what we need to take care of our children. And that's what I'm looking at today. I'm looking at people who have helped our kids in so many ways get the best education possible. Yes, we get the classroom right. Yes, we get the principal right. And yes, we have to get our volunteer and collective impact right. That song was so touching in many other ways because it points out that all the things that you do for our kids, the real benefit of that is that not only uplifts our kids, but down the road you may have, and I don't want to be over dramatic, but you may have saved a life, or you may have prevented somebody from going into prison, or you may have helped somebody get their college education or be on the road to college. Volunteers do those things, and it's hard to see at the moment how these sometimes little things can have a great effect. And it reminds me of one of my favorite quotations, some of you have heard me say it before, from Albert Schweitzer. And it goes like this: none of us knows what we contribute to society and what we accomplish. That is hidden from us and should remain so. But every once in a while we get a glimpse of what we contribute, so we will not be discouraged. Well, volunteers, I hope that you get a glimpse on a day-to-day basis, or at least every now and then, of what you contribute. The real value of your work cannot be measured. It cannot be measured. You are the wind beneath those wings, and we can't measure or thank you enough for what you're doing. This is the 44th year that we have presented awards or appreciation for our outstanding volunteers and partners. And I know we gave some awards at the last board meeting, or the one in April rather, and if you are one of those awardees that we awarded Outstanding Volunteer and Partner to in April, would you please stand up and be recognized? Thank you. As we go forward the remainder of this year and into next year, I hope you realize just how important you are to our kids and to the district. And I hope you will continue to contribute to the schools that you're in, to the feeder patterns that you're in, or to the district broadly. We know we have a lot of work to do with regard to collective impact. This is a great group. I think our trustee Blackburn said it best. We need not only the group we're looking at, but twice as many to help with all of our kids who need the best education possible. You're an integral part to it, and I hope to see you next year with a friend. Take care.
I'd like to continue with the program to recognize some of these groups which have been really committed to improving the educational landscape of Dallas, working district-wide and with individual schools. The District Parent Advisory Council. Will those of you who are here please stand? This group serves in an advisory capacity for our parent engagement groups, and their insight has proven to be invaluable. Thank you for that. This year, we launched a new initiative, the Parent Resource Empowerment Program, which has two components: the PrEP leaders, who are parent leaders in their schools and feeder patterns, and the PrEP University Workshop Series, which gives parents the resources to be involved in their children's education. If you're one of 14 PrEP leaders who recently graduated from the inaugural class, please stand up. I hear you're doing wonderful things. If you are one of the 30 community partners who helped us with the PrEP University workshops, please stand up. We appreciate you sharing your expertise with parents. Now, there's one group that's been a constant in education, supporting both students and parents, which deserves our gratitude, and that is the PTA. I want to thank the members of the PTA and PTO units of Dallas ISD schools for the work they do every day to make sure children have additional support. Recently, Texas PTA recognized several of our units with a Texas Star Award. Those organizations are listed in your program, but if you're here, please stand up so that we can give you a round of applause. Thank you. I know many of you are here today, so I want to extend my gratitude and that of the district to all the volunteers who served on the site-based decision-making committees, advisory groups, and other leadership positions during the year. Thanks to all of you for a wonderful 2012-2013 school year. We'll definitely be back in touch to take advantage of your expertise and your willingness to help, your generosity, and all that you do for the children of Dallas. Now, once more, we're going to hear from the Carter High School Choir and its members. Thank you. So what's your name?
Michael O'Cray.
Michael, would you like to say your name?
Hello, my name is Michael O'Cray, and I am a junior, finna be a senior at David W. Carter High School.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you. Now, as Chief of Communications, I'd like to add my thanks to those of the superintendents for all the contributions by our partners, which make our program so successful. The Community and Family Relations Department, which works with volunteers and partners, is part of Communication Services, and I'm very grateful for the work of the staff and all that it does to ensure that your efforts are effective and successful. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Trustee Bernadette Nuttall to the stage to recognize another group of district employees who also work very hard to ensure that students have access to resources. Please welcome Ms. Nuttall.
Good afternoon. And I want to thank Michael for that wonderful song. Glad to see you all here today. As volunteers, you're familiar with the work of community liaisons in the schools. Throughout the ages, man has been using architect to bridge the gaps between physical obstacles for the purpose of providing an easy passage. Some have even become city icons because of their influence and engineering wonder. Community liaisons are that bridge for our students, teachers, parents, and volunteers. Community liaison, the title, it says it all. However, as many community liaisons can attest, there's nothing simple about the duties that are required. Understand that your recognition here today helps shine a light on our often mysterious job. Giving a lot of mission impossibles, we then turn them into mission possible. We never know where our duties would take us or the people we will meet. Every liaison, community liaison, has a story or a project that pushes them to expand your limits. Yet I stand here before you as Trustee Bernadette Nuttall saying that the scope of the impact that we as community liaisons make eventually lead us on paths that we never once imagined. Look no further than the Honorable Carolyn Davis, a proud supporter of Dallas School and was one of my PTA president while I was a community liaison at Daniel Chappie James Learning Center for 8 years, which is now the all-girl Armour Rand Health School. Again, you never know where life would take you or bring you. It is my pleasure to recognize once more and again the community liaison whose work has made her outstanding this year, Tanya Mayberry. Stand. Who works at Amelia Earhart Learning Center, was named the Dallas ISD Outstanding Community Liaison Partnership Coordinator for 2013. Thank you, Tanya. I know about your work well. I also would like to recognize a few community liaison rookies who this school year hit the ground running and excel. Brittany Harrison, a W.E. Greiner. Is she here? Let's give her a hand. Tessa Brown of Cary Middle School. Sandra Hernandez of Charles A. Gill Elementary in the back. And Ramel Johnson of Box Springs Middle School. Community liaisons, I salute you today. I congratulate you today for bridging the gap for our students, community, staff, and volunteers. Thank you, and thank you.
And I believe this time we're going to hear from the entire choir. Promises to be a wonderful performance if we've had any kind of an idea from those sneak preview solos. Thank you so much, guys.
I used to think that I could not go on. And life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I believe it, there's nothing to it.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Think
about it.
I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes silence, it seems so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But first I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can be it. If I believe it, there's nothing to it.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Think about it.
I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly.
Yes, you do.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
If I can see it, I can do it. If I believe it, there's nothing to it.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly.
I just spread my wings.
I can fly.
Thank you to the Carter High School Choir under the direction of Demetrius Easley. Thank you so much. What a wonderful afternoon. You all have added so much to this afternoon, and thanks again. We really appreciate it. And I want to thank all of you for joining us in recognizing and celebrating Dallas ISD and its partners. We are so grateful for your contributions and so grateful that you could be here. We're going to close out the afternoon with one more musical performance, once again, from Lang Middle School and the Mariachis. Thanks again. Have a great afternoon and have a great summer.